we are heading to the most awaited another event of the evening. As I mentioned you at the beginning, normally we have 3 sessions in Toastmaster meeting. Other than that, we are going to have some special education sessions which are doing by more experienced Toastmasters with us. Those will always help us to develop ourselves as Toastmasters and to become good communicators and public speakers and leaders. Today we have a special person with us to do an educational session. Let me introduce him to the evening. He's a graduate from Colombo School of Computing, presently working at Cisco Labs Sri Lanka, and presently he is a District 82 Club Growth Director. Also, he has been elected as a District 82 Program Quality Director for 2021-2022. Isn't it, Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster Nisal Weerakoon? Am I correct?
Yes, Toastmaster, you are correct.
Yes. With that, let's move on to today's educational session by Distinguished Toastmaster Nisal Weerakoon. Let's give him a good round of applause.
Thank you,
Over to you, sir.
Toastmaster of the Day, for that wonderful introduction. So let me share my screen. Yeah, I think I might need co-host access from Toastmaster Chamil. Super, thank you. So today I'm going to talk about an interesting topic with all of you. Skills versus you. Now, yeah, you must be wondering, okay, skills, interesting topic. We all want skills, but let me start off with a quote from a very famous individual. Richard Branson once said, "The art of storytelling can be used to drive change." Now, if you go and look in our history of mankind, in a lot of places, the people who tell stories, people who convince, people who bring in the change, tell wonderful stories. There are a lot of examples from our history. But today, my question to all of you is, do you tell stories in your life? Just click up that thumbs up button if you tell stories in your life, in your day-to-day life. Okay, some individuals are clicking the thumbs up button. Yes, we all tell stories. When you want to pitch your product or service to a new customer, we go and tell a story. When you want to deliver a set of instructions for the team you work with, you go and tell a story. When you build a PowerPoint presentation for a sales meeting, you go and tell a story. And today, while delivering this education presentation, I'm telling a story, I'm sharing a story with you. So technically, in this world, all of us are storytellers. I'm sure you might agree with me at this point. But the interesting thing is, we all tell stories, but we don't call ourselves storytellers. But that is what we do every day. Day in and day out, we tell stories. We tell stories to our parents. We tell stories to our children, the people who work with. We tell stories to our friends. And sometimes these stories, telling stories becomes very interesting. Some people take a lot of time and they even gossip, and telling stories becoming gossip sessions. I think most of you and we all can relate to all these things. Stories means by which we transform our ideas to another person. When we have an idea, we need a way of communicating that idea. So the story becomes the platform to share that idea easily with someone else. Now, the common question which we have is, when we want to tell a story, when you want to tell a communicate idea, what's the platform where you can actually gain these all these skills? Now the platform, if you to be a better storyteller, is technically Toastmasters. Because Toastmasters, if you engage with the program, you can be a better storyteller, then you can go and tell wonderful stories in your personal life, in your work life, and that will actually help you. That will help you in two avenues. Now, those two avenues are, you will be a better communicator because you can tell wonderful stories. When you tell stories and when you become a better communicator, you will eventually be a better leader. Now, some of you must be wondering what's the connection. Just go back and think and try to recall, wherever you see a leader, haven't you seen that leader? Thank you. So, haven't you seen that leader always try to inspire others by telling the ideas, leading the team, doing all these things? What that leader most of the time successfully do is share the ideas, share the input with the team. So if you can be a good storyteller, you will be an effective communicator. When you become effective communicator, you will be a effective leader as well. Now I think I told a lot of things with you. I was sharing some slides. Now let me take you through a journey from my life. Now 10 years ago, I used to be a person who used to stammer a lot. My friends in my university, my family, everyone knows that I used to stammer. Now, stammer means in the singular word is gotagahana. Now, stammering and doing a presentation, stammering and going and talking with someone is a really hard thing to do. Now, at that point, I was not sure what to do, because every time in university, it was easy for me because you have the presentation, you memorize the presentation. Sometimes it becomes a group presentation, it's easy, so you don't go beyond that. But I realized that you can't survive in that way when it comes to the real world. When I joined the corporate world, after my university journey, once I completed my degree, I came to the corporate world, and I got an opportunity to work for a blue chip company, a big scale company in Sri Lanka, as a graduate trainee. Now, the best part being a graduate trainee is you get to do a lot of presentations, and most of the time you get to do presentations for the board of directors, because you have to show your skills as a graduate trainee, because it's a special program. You are taken as a graduate trainee expecting to be a wonderful leader for the organization, to go up in the ladder, and there are so much of expectations. But with all those expectations, I had one issue in my life. I can't go in front of and talk in the public because I used to stammer a lot. It takes a lot of time when I start talking back in the day. Now, one day I got the opportunity to do a presentation in front of that board of directors. I flunked it. I flunked it. I flunked it in big way. I regretted joining that company. But the wonderful thing, what happened after that presentation is, one of the directors came towards me and said, Nisal, you have all the qualifications to join our company. That is why you have joined this company. I'm sure you have all the qualifications. You have the degree certificate. You might have all the diplomas, degrees, all those things what is required to join this role. But if you want to grow up in the corporate ladder, you need to be able to express the things what you really want in front of an audience. You need to be able to tell your story. You need to be able to be openly and present what you really want to tell. And most of the time you will have only limited time to share what you have to share. But today your presentation, you flunked it, because we all can see you are stammering, because it's hard for you with that stammer to do a presentation. So Nisa, you might have all the qualifications, but the key ingredient for you to grow up in this corporate world is public speaking skills. Go and try to fix that in your life. Now, at that point, I felt like someone took a bat and just gave a big hit to my face, because I had a degree. I have done well in my journey to go and join a company, but the company, big individual, the directors are coming to me and saying, Nisal, if you want to go up in the ladder, you need to improve your public speaking. You need to be able to tell your story without stammering. Now, this was a big thing for me. Now, at that point, I was kind of depressed, and I looked around to see how can I get rid of this stammering problem. At that point, one of my friends told, Nisal, come and join Toastmasters. I said, what is Toastmasters? Then he said, don't think too much. Toastmasters is a wonderful program, wonderful place. Just come and sit as a guest for one meeting. If you think that you can gain something in that meeting, you continue to come. And when you feel comfortable, you join. So I went for one meeting. I realized that it will be the place where it might help me. I went for two meetings. Next meeting, I went and joined. I became a Toastmasters member officially. I got enrolled and I got all the things we from the program. And slowly, I started my Toastmasters journey. Now, the best thing what happened when I joined Toastmasters was I got assigned to a mentor. Now, this is the only organization where you get a mentor for free of charge. Now, as soon as you join the club, you will get a mentor. Now, when I got my mentor asked me one simple question, the golden thing. Nisal, what are you trying to gain from Toastmasters? The simple answer what I had was, I want to get rid of my stammering. I want that confidence to go in front of and talk to someone. I want to deliver the ideas, the stories what I want in front of an audience without stammering. My mentor said one simple thing: if you want to do that, engage with the Toastmasters program in every meeting. Then I asked, what do you mean every meeting engage with the program? My mentor told me, in one meeting, try to do a prepared speech, get feedback, improve yourself in the prepared speeches. Next meeting, try and do a role play, or try at least go and do a table topic. Do something in the meeting where you get the opportunity to talk. And I took that advice. Within the first year, every meeting I went, I did a speech. For first meeting of the month, I did a speech. Second meeting, I did a role. If I couldn't do a role, I do a table topic. Then again, in the first meeting of next month, I do a speech. Likewise, throughout 1 year, I was engaging with the program. And after 1 year, I realized how I can control my nervousness, my stammering problem, and most importantly, I got that confidence to go in front and talk in front of people. Now, I'll tell you, even today I stammer. If you clearly listen very carefully, there will be one or two places I stammer. But I know how to control everything and talk in front of you and share my story in front of you. So today I have learned those skills to be a storyteller. Now I know how to tell a story. And because I can tell, I can communicate better today in Toastmasters, I am being a leader as well. So that's the transformation which I received from Toastmasters. The simple thing what happened was I engaged with the program continuously. My mentor said for me, the golden rule was engage with the program every meeting. Now, today, most of you are here in this meeting for a purpose. I'm sure you all want to improve your communication skills. You want to be better leaders. My advice to you today is engage with the program. Join the Toastmasters Club, get the membership, get access to all the resources, and engage yourself. Do a prepared speech or do a table topic. Get that feedback because in our life, we need that feedback. There is no other platform where people will give you effective feedback for you to improve. This is the only platform where you will get effective feedback and you will have a mentor. You will have lot of benefits from Toastmasters, and just like me, your life will be transformed. Now that is me transforming my life thanks to Toastmasters. Now today, let me share a few other benefits which you can gain from Toastmasters as well. So let me share the slide deck what I have with you. So you all heard my story. Now, in Toastmasters, we have a Toastmasters promise, empowering individuals through personal and professional development. That is what we do. And our club mission is to provide a supporting learning environment for everyone to gain communication and leadership skills. If you join a Toastmasters club, you will understand it's a very friendly, safe environment where you can learn a lot of skills. Now, when you learn skills, what happens to yourself is you will grow yourself. When you grow yourself, the wonderful thing what happens along with that is your organization will also get that growth. The organization growth will also be there when you grow. Now, Toastmasters is a very famous brand which is used all around the world. Most of the Fortune 500 companies use Toastmasters to train their staff. Now, companies like Apple, Disney, Google, 3M, Coca-Cola, Toyota, a lot of companies use Toastmasters to help their employees to be better communicators. And when you ask them why do they have, in some companies like Google, they have like 30 to 50 Toastmaster clubs growing every year by year. The simple answer when we ask why do you have so much Toastmaster clubs in your company, the simple answer they tell is we want our employees to be better storytellers. We want them to tell more better stories when they engage with the products, when they build products, we engage with the employees, with the customers. We want them to be better storytellers. That is why they have built Toastmasters as the platform for employees to come in and practice their communication skills. Along with that, they become better leaders as well. How will you get the benefits? Now let me share a few benefits. I told my story how I got the benefits. Now definitely you will get a lot of benefits as well. You will improve your public speaking skills, you will build your leadership skills, then you will be able to practice writing speeches, presenting in a group setting. And that is what we are doing today. Some of our Toastmasters are presenting their speeches, and after my presentations they will have the evaluation segment, and those presenters will get evaluations for their speeches. And definitely once you get a lot of skills, you will gain a lot of competitive advantage in your workspace, because I'll tell a story about that as well, what worked for me in my work life, thanks to Toastmasters. Because people look up to you because you can talk in front of people, and you get to work in a network of small in a group of people in a supportive environment. And most importantly, you get the opportunity to build self confidence and self awareness. The self confidence is the key. When you build that self confidence in yourself, trust me, you can go to any place and deliver a speech, you can talk with anyone without issue. The self confidence is the missing link in most of our individuals in this world. That is what we are trying to help in with Toastmasters. And Toastmasters platform will give you unlimited personal growth. There are a lot of things which you can learn from Toastmasters, and you can maximize your potential. And you will learn to conduct effective meetings, boost team collaboration, practice time management, guide successful teams, enhance listening skills, uh, take and implement feedback. And that is very critical in the corporate world. That is one of the missing things. People are not ready to take and implement feedback, but from Toastmasters we learn that how to take feedback and implement feedback uh, in our lives, and sharpen the presentation skills. And it will also help you develop the decision making skills. Now these are the things what you will gain from Toastmasters. Now what to expect in a meeting, I think you already got access to all those things, because you already have seen how the meetings goes. But main thing what I want to highlight is Toastmasters is a self-paced hands-on learning environment. Self-paced means you can take your own time, no one is rushing to do things here. And it's a hands-on environment, learning environment, because you can't just sit and learn in Toastmasters. You have to engage yourself. You have to do prepared speeches. You have to play roles. You have to take feedback. You have to give feedback. Then only you improve yourself. So most importantly, it's a self-paced, hands-on learning environment. And there are a lot of learning experiences where you can get. But the key thing is in Toastmasters, we have our educational program, which is the Pathways Learning Experience. Now, in Pathways, we focus on 5 core competencies which will give you 300 plus skills, the competencies: public speaking, interpersonal communication, strategic leadership, management, confidence. These are the core competencies, and you can learn a lot from this Pathways program. And definitely there are leadership opportunities in each and every club as well. And before I go to this slide, let me share one simple story with you as well. Now I told you my beginning, how I started Toastmasters. Now let me tell you one thing what happened very recently because of wrong communication, where people told the story in a wrong way. Now in my company, I work with a set of individuals from US. So technically my boss is from US, and we have a team in Sri Lanka. So recently we got a new boss for our organization, for our team, and he came in and he was changing a lot of the things, the structure, the way we work, and all those things. A lot of people were not happy with a lot of changes because as Sri Lankans, we take some time to adapt to change, and we say no to change at once. So, there were structural changes, and suddenly there was a small change where we got ownership of the things what we do in a different way. Now in that way, I got ownership for a small product. uh, we are a product company, we build products. So I got ownership for a product which is not used vastly in our organization, and my friend also got a similar product. Now everyone else got products which was used very frequently. Now technically, the way the individual communicated the things to us was, people who have the ownership of each product will do that product work in the going forward. Now when we were assigned for a product which was not used vastly, my question was, am I on paid leave? Because that product is not used that much. I don't have technically work to do in that product, and I was wondering what's the missing link. Now I was so curious, but everyone else in my team was very scared to raise the question. Now me being a Toastmaster, I was thinking, I was wondering, I was talking with the team members, asking, okay, I got a product which is not used that much. Technically, according to this structure, I don't have work. That means for next 6 months, I'll be just coming to office doing nothing, and I'm getting paid. That can't be right. But in the real world, if I get to do that, I would be so grateful, because then I can use my all my office hours to Toastmasters. So, but I was curious. Then I went and I raised the question to that uh, US individual. I said, the way you told us these things, we don't have work. Something is wrong here. Can you please explain it? Then only he realized he told us the story in the wrong way. Then he said, I am sorry for if you got the idea in a wrong way. What I said was, you all will continue the work what you all are doing to today. Along with that, you will get the ownership for one product in the company. That means while we are doing the work what we are doing today, along with that, we'll get a ownership for another thing as well. So the way he told it, what we got was only that ownership part. The the work what we are going to do right now, that continuity part was not communicated clearly. Now I told this to that individual. Then that individual told sorry to me, and then again went back and told the entire team the correct picture. Now after that, only my team is happy and they are back to normal state, because we all thought that we are on paid vacation. So in communication also, there are a lot of things to learn. because you might get confidence, but the way you put it out, if are you putting the story out in the correct way, are you telling the story the way that you want the audience to hear and get the idea correctly? So all those things we practice in Toastmasters. So I'm sure if my boss technically was a Toastmaster, he would give that instructions, tell the story in an effective where I would not have gone back and asked the question saying we don't have work. So that is why we engage with the program every month in meetings, because we can learn a lot. There is a lot to learn in public speaking and leadership. So that is why Toastmasters is very important. And that is a real incident where miscommunication led to a lot of assumptions. So now in conclusion, what I want to share with all of you today is all of us always tell stories. Toastmasters is a great platform for you to learn a lot of skills. When you learn a lot of skills, you will be a better communicator, you will be a better leader as well. Now we have a wonderful program which contains 5 core competencies. Along with that, there are 300 more competencies where you can learn. Now for corporate world, they are searching competencies. And most importantly, Toastmasters is a self-paced, hands-on learning environment. So dear friends, if you're wondering whether you should join Toastmasters or not, I think by now you might have the answer. You might learn a lot about Toastmasters, and you heard my personal story and my transformation as well. So if a person who used to stammer can get rid of the stammering and be a better leader who can tell a story in front of you today, I'm sure you all can be great individuals telling stories and inspiring more people in this world. So dear friends, do you want to join Toastmasters? I think you all know the answer. So what's the next step what you need to do? I think end of the meeting, Toastmasters will share how you can join this movement. I'm looking forward to talking to you individually once you become members. And thank you for the opportunity to talk to you and share this story with you. I'm sure you might have learned something from this presentation, and I hope you will take that first step and join Toastmasters and be a Toastmaster. While when you become a Toastmaster, you will learn lot of skills, and with those all those skills, you will be a better individual, a individual who will be transformed into a different person who can grow and do wonderful things. So with that, I'd like to hand over controls back to our Toastmaster of the day. Over to you.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Nisal Weerakoon. It is really amazing to hear the presence of the Toastmasters Club with the leading companies in the world, as well as let's get the feedback and develop ourselves by implementing the feedback. And most important thing, they have to engage with Toastmasters. Not being a Toastmaster for so long is without engaging in club meetings. I'm sure distinguished Toastmaster Nizal, our guest will be no sooner Toastmasters with all of us. And again, thank you very much for your valuable education session.